Now to the new terror warning we have heard about tonight. ABC News has learned of signs that terrorists in Syria and Yemen are trying to create explosives that can be smuggled onto a plane as everyday items. They hope passengers with U.S. passports will be carrying them. ABC's senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas tells us what he is learning now.
Intelligence sources tell ABC News in lawless parts of war-torn Syria, Al-Qaeda-affiliated terrorists from around the world are now joining forces, trying to build bombs that are virtually undetectable to airport security. One official now calls Syria the new university for terrorism training and bomb making. Sources say the radicals are trying to create non-metallic bombs that could be hidden in everyday objects, molded into toothpaste, woven into clothing, or placed in cosmetics. The fear among intelligence officials is that one of the thousands of foreign fighters in Syria, many of them from Western countries, could try to smuggle one of these new generation bombs onto a plane headed for Europe or the U.S.
This is exactly the kind of threat that keeps me up at night.
For instruction, some of the most ruthless elements in Syria have turned to Al-Qaeda in Yemen, proven innovative bomb makers. That's the group that designed the infamous underwear bomb, which slipped onto a U.S.-bound airliner on Christmas Day, 2009, but failed to fully detonate. Since then, the intelligence community fears the bomb makers have become even more sophisticated.
This collection, this relationship building that you see around the world, that's why those of us who do this for a living are so concerned about the security threat to the United States.
I'm still very concerned, as we've talked about before, about Syria as a breeding ground and a staging ground for terrorist groups.
While no specific plot has been identified, tonight the intelligence community is redoubling its effort to track any foreign fighters moving in or out of Syria.
And Pierre, I wondered, how confident are American intelligence officials that they know how many U.S. passports are out there?
Diane, it's an intensive campaign to track the 70 to 100 Americans who've gone into Syria. Those who've come home are under various levels of investigation and surveillance. But the FBI director this week expressed concern that some Americans may be slipping into Syria undetected, and that's a real worry.
All right, Pierre Thomas with what he is learning tonight.